Hi guys, this is Laurel with the Dabbling Hook, and yes, I am not on camera again because I am not camera ready. And what time is it? It's 7:29 p.m. on Tuesday, the whatever the date is. I don't know. 20 something, 24, 25. No. Is today Tuesday? No, today's Wednesday. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, that just tells you that's how life is, and that's how life's going to be for a while. I just logged off work and I figured I needed to debrief to release, so I figured why not tape an episode of my journey in Wiplandia. As you can tell, can't tell a lot, but there's a couple more here. I think I have 5, maybe 6 today to show you. So let us begin, shall we? What have we here? This is a Wonder Woman bag that I made. Ta-da! I don't know when I made it, last year maybe? And in here, oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot this was in here. Holy cow. Look at this. Oh, yes. What you're seeing on camera is pretty true. Look at that. Look at that, and it's all going to get ripped out because it screams fall. This is like at the height of leaf changing in New England. Oh my gosh. So, what do we have here? We have some Malabrigo here, and then this is Miss Babs. And this pattern is the, do I remember? The Blurre? I believe it's the Blurre. Oh, I don't want to show you because it's a paid for pattern. It is the Blurre. Typically, yep, the Blurre by Addie Day Design, Deanne Ramsey. So, I started this God knows how long ago. Maybe this is a 2018 pattern, so probably I started it in 2018 most likely. And it's in here because I think in the pattern she wanted you to change hook size depending on what row you were in, and my brain was just so resisting it. Plus, the colors, I've had the Miss Babs for probably like 2 or 3 years before I started the pattern, and I finally had a reason to use it, but I didn't like, I just, even though these are me colors, total fall, I don't know if it was the pattern or whatever, but it just, each row I put on, I just wasn't feeling it more and more, so I stopped. Oh, and this is one of the stitch markers I made. I call them stitch minders, or hook minders, because, you know, no matter how many times you tell yourself you're going to remember what hook you were using, yeah, if a project's been lying around for any amount of time, you don't remember. So I'm going to rip this back out. I had done a few more. So this is the Miss Babs. I don't know why I had it broken out into 2 skeins, probably because my winder couldn't do the whole thing. But this is it here, and it's just so fall. Hold on. It's a Babette. And this is called Wanna Go Crazy. So, with this pattern, no, I don't wanna. So I have, oh wait, it's not Malabrigo, but it looks very much like Malabrigo. It's String Theory and Merino DK, and I think she's out of either Vermont or Maine. I want to say Vermont. But I was driving by my local yarn store years ago, and I saw the truck. So I did a Yui, and I went to see what was happening, and she was there. So I bought this. I think both of them, yeah, both of them are hers. They're really soft. Oh, and sorry if I bumped the camera. It's right behind me. Yeah, Merino DK, and it's just gorgeous. One is Pink Berry, which is this color. Come on, you focus. I love how it like behaves and doesn't behave sometimes. It likes close-ups. So yeah, Pink Berry, and this one was Oban, O-B-A-N. So this is gorgeous. There's just, oh. Yeah. Oh look, and 4.5 millimeter. I don't even know if I was using the right hook size or anything, but oh look, I was even smart to put a little piece, oops, on here. So it's late, so forgive the light. So that's what's in here. This is gonna go bye-bye, and I'm gonna undo it for sure. I'm pretty sure I won't get it done tonight, but most likely this weekend I will undo and rescue. And this is one of my bags where before I started putting pockets in. And let me know what you think about the bags with pockets. Those are things that make it take a little longer to make. Adding pockets and blah blah blah. I started adding pockets just out of, you know, trying to use up the scrap yarn so the pockets would be whatever. And then the more I made bags, the more coordinated I got, and it really does take time. But anyhow, let me know what you think of the pockets and bags. Do you really use it? I find I don't use it as much. Maybe about, I don't know, maybe about 20% of the time I actually use the pockets that are in the bags. Most time I just drop stuff in the bag itself. So let me know. So that's one that's gonna go, or get, we'll put the pattern back in there. One that's gonna get frogged. Now this is another bag. So, you know, when Black Panther came out, I had to go find, got a stuck thread. I had to go find the fabric, and this was super hard to find, and I think I ended up finding it on, this was before Joann's was carrying it. I ended up finding it on Etsy, and I bought a yard, so I had to make myself one first. And I used the scraps in various other scrap bags. Actually, one of the scrap bags I made has a little bit of this. I recently made, so it goes to tell you how long I keep scraps around. Alright, I'm at 7 minutes. I need to check so I don't get cut off. Alright, what's in here is... This is not a virus shawl. Actually, yeah, it is a virus shawl. Is it? No, it's not the virus shawl. It is... Oh, what is it? It's a Line Brand pattern. Oh, did I put the pattern in? Oh, am I smart enough to put the pattern in here? Yep, it is the South Bay Shawlette. I have made this 2 or 3 times before, and I wanted to use up the cakes, which is a mandala genie. I believe it's genie. And I've already used one. Oops, not in camera. I've already used one, and I threw the other one in here because I was almost out, and it is... yeah, genie. And this is one of my favorite shawls, so I do want to finish it. Oh, I'm not in frame. I'm going to be out of frame a lot because the camera is way behind me. But yeah, this is where I am, and I do want to finish it. So, one of these days I'll get the oomph to just grab a project and just work on it till it's finished. Oh, inside of here, I was looking when I was, you know, got the fabric, something that was regal looking, and then I found this fabric. It matches pretty well, and it has these gold diamonds inside, which I love. I think I used some of this in one of the recent scrap bags too. But yeah, so that's another me bag. That's a keeper. Now, these next two. This. Good Lord. Anybody? Can you tell what that is? Anybody? This was my first attempt at the Hotel of Bees. And this, I know, is a lady dye yarn in hot chocolate. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it said it was a worsted weight. Worsted. Heavy worsted. Come on, you, focus. I hope that's right side for you. It's upside down in the camera. But it's definitely not a worsted. It's more like a DK, a heavy DK maybe, a light worsted, not a heavy worsted. But I don't like it. I don't like the feel. The color wasn't exactly what I wanted. It's just not working. And look, right here, there's a color blip. So this part isn't even dyed. So it sticks out like something's poking through in there. And then I didn't know what to put it with, so I put it with this gray, which I don't have the wrapper anymore, but I'm pretty sure it was a Oh, what's the name of it? Oh, Louisa Harding? No. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen, or if I can find it. But this is also a worsted, but it's much heavier than this heavy worsted. And it feels thicker in here as well. And the color combination is just, ugh. Again, not doing it for me. So, I'm going to rip this out, which I should have done this ages ago, because, oh, this is another Mermaid stitch marker. And it's just, it says E on it. Whoops. I hope this isn't going to look too horrible because of the way I have the camera. There you go, finally. But anyway, that's gonna go. This is the yarn. It looks nice on camera, but in person, not so much. And in this project, definitely not. And it's not a very, it says it's superwash, but it's just superwash wool. It's not merino, and you can definitely tell working it up. So I'm not a fan of that. So, oh, and this is another one of my bags. I love this fabric. I'm pretty sure I got this fabric at Hobby Lobby ages ago. And I made a few little bags out of it, and this was the last of it. And this was the older style, or the regular style drawstring I used to make. And of course, inside, come on. Gorgeous. Alright, so that's gonna get frogged. Oh, I need to put that label back in there. So, this one. This one is in a, I'm pretty sure this is an, yep, this is an Angelia bag when she used to make bags. When she was the little Xenia patch. Now she's the Crocheting House Mouse. So, this was one of her bags. I bought quite a few of her bags because, like I said, she was selling them really, really inexpensively. So again, this is the Hotel of Bees again. I decided to give it another shot, and I had a bit of Touch of Alpaca. Was it Touch of? Yep, Touch of Alpaca from Lion Brand. So I decided to use that instead, and in my mind I thought the colors would go well together, but now I don't know. It's not really doing it for me. I don't hate it as much as I don't dislike it as much as I dislike the other one. Another one of mine. Yeah, this was before I had 4mm. So, or maybe I had used all the ones that I had made. So I just had a number 4 and a 0 for 4.0, and this little stitch bead in the middle is supposed to be the dot for 4.0mm stitch marker that I made, with the nice big lobster clasp on it, a nice big one. But these will only work for something, you know, worsted and up. You can't put it on your delicate skinny yarns. But anyway, all this to say, I'm not feeling it so much. It's coming out very Christmassy, and that's not really what I was going for. But this Hotel of Bees starts off on the wide end. You know, most shawls you start off small and you get bigger and bigger. This starts on the wide and goes to the small, and I am, you know, relatively close to finishing, so I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit. Actually, I don't even know if I'll remember where I am. If I can figure it out, I will keep going and finish it. Oh, by the way, I think this was Claret or Merlot or something, the color, and this is cream. And I have, or had, a gold color there. I don't know if I still have it. If I do, it's pushed in somewhere because I can't see it. But I'm thinking I might try it. And now I know where all my extra hooks, because I have at least 2 of the Clover Moors of each size, more in some of them, and they just disappear, and because I have so many whips, and that's where they are. So there's another one. So I don't know why this pin's on here. I probably just found it and put it on. This is totally me turning into my mom. My mom has pins on, multiple pins on so many of her clothes. Oh my god. She could, you know, have a little pin shop. The amount of pins she just pins onto her clothes. But I don't think she still watches my video, but hi Mom if you do. Yes, I'm talking about you. So yeah, this I'm going to hold on for a little bit and try to finish it. And if by the end of the year I don't go back to it, oh, my little end went in, my little tie, oh, it's right in here. If by the end of the year I don't go back to it, then I will, oh, there we go, I will definitely frog it. Hotel of Bees, number 2. Oh, let me put the pattern back in. So yeah, where are we? Ooh, 1641 and it's still going. Usually shuts off by now. I'm going to pause and then I will come back just because I don't want it to shut off on me. So that was for number 5. I said maybe number 6 because number 6 is in a big fabric tub that I've been keeping them all in. And if I can get it in frame, I will bring it up. If not, who knows. So this, I said that I had a couple of garments in play that I've had for a while. And you know how it was with garments. Now I've actually completed a few and I'm actually working on one because, and I was making good progress, but work kind of took over. So there's a lot of fiber stuff flying over, so I wonder if it's showing up in it'll show up in the video. Anyway, so I was planning on making a granny square cocoon, but I've realized those are not for me. It's just not my thing. I don't like the loose wide sleeves. I don't like the way it cups the bum in the back, and I know there are others that you add on, you know, that will be a little different, but it's not me. It's just not me. So what I was using, I had this yarn here, and it's looking kind of grayish, but it's like a brown, a taupey brown color, more on the brown side. And this was a, pretty sure it's a blend yarn, cotton acrylic. I think most of these are. And I had, I think, 1 skein of this, 1 and some of this. I used this, and then I also had this green in the same one, and when that ran out, I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? So I had this blue, I don't remember what it is. Then I went to the store looking for yarns that would complement, and this is Premier Home Cotton. This, I know I got this when AC Moore was still around, well before, a couple of years at least before they closed. And then this is from Michael's. I forget what the name of it is that they had, and I thought it was similar, but it's a very stretchy, bouncy blend, so it doesn't really, I don't think it really lends to the cotton mix over here, the sturdier cotton mix. And look, I even made my my stitch marker, and it coordinated. So I'm using a J hook here. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this, and I was going to ask you guys, what do you think? Because not only is this pretty large already, I could keep going and just make it into a mishmash granny square blanket, or because I have these colors. Oh, actually, there's the is that it? Are these the same? No, this one here, this one looks like it's doubled up or tripled up. Whatever that yarn was, I tripled it to get to the same size. And then this is, pretty sure that's this. It's Capri. Oh. La da da, come on. Nope. Capri from Loops and Threads. So that's that. I'm pretty sure they don't have this anymore. This was discontinued. So I have that. I have 2 of them. 2 different colors. So that's the one that I use at the end. So this is royal blue and navy blue. Navy. So I bought greens to go. And this is sage and lime green. So I got lime green because this was kind of limey, but the lime green here is a little brighter, and that's the sage. So I can finish it off as a granny square, Or earlier today, at lunch, oh, by the way, I'm so busy at work that YouTube has become a distraction. So I've kind of told myself no YouTube except for lunch hour. So I don't put it on at all day. And it's helped, because it's definitely been a distraction, because it's like, squirrel, this person has a video, or that person has a video, or YouTube recommends this that you click on, and you get lost down that rabbit hole. So no YouTube pretty much during the day for the last couple of days, because, you know, gotta be adult and work. Anyway, as I was saying, Seta had a video out, and she, I think, was working on a top, or was it Seta? I'm pretty sure it was Seta, who had a video out that, it's a top called the Maria top. I'll link it down below. And it's granny square, so I figured, ooh, I can unravel this and then do that top. But then again, I don't want to unravel it. But then, would this make a good granny square blanket? Because it's very eclectic, mishmashy. I don't know what to do. The top looks promising. It's granny square. It should. I'm pretty sure it's top down too. So I was thinking, with all of these, I could actually make it. So right now my plan is to frog this and try for the granny square top. What do you think? Or should I do a blanket? That's my conundrum. Frog and the top. And I don't know if I'd include this because it's so bouncy compared to the other yarns that I don't know how we'd hold up. But I do have all of these. But do I want a cotton top? But do I want to make a blanket because it's so different? Ugh, a dilemma. And this was another Bath and Body Works bag that I could tell you. I used to carry my work project with it all the time, and it's been well used and washed over and over again. So much so, look, I even I even hand stitched it back together when it first ripped. But yeah, it served me well. So yeah, that's that. Now, let's see for the last one. Let me see if I can grab that up. So I may pause or I may bounce the camera severely, so bear with me. Okay, so this is the bucket. Oh, and I got this at AC Moore too because it's called Store It by Nicole. And no, I did not pay $24.99 for this. Ha, not at all. I must have had one of their 60% off coupon for me to buy something this big at $24.99, so it had to have been on some huge sale. But anyway, it's a pretty hefty, it's like a hamper size. It's got to be like 24, hold on. There's my cutting ruler. Oh, it's about 18 inches tall. Yeah, I'd say it's 18 inches tall and 16-inch diameter about. It's a pretty big size. Lined. So what's in here? So a few times I've mentioned, oh, there's some other things in here I didn't know, that I did mermaid tails a lot a few years back. And this was one of the last ones I was making. And I kind of peed out. So you can see the, probably because my hand is in the way, but this was going from bottom up, mermaid tail. And I didn't use any specific patterns for my mermaid tail. I did watch a few videos and got the basic idea of it. I did use part of tutorials for the tails. I took what I liked from some, from others, and then I did my own thing with the rest of them. But, so this, what am I trying to say? I petered out on the mermaid tail, so it was just sitting there. I think I was trying to use up a lot of, again, I always seem to end up with a lot of red heart. No matter how much I try to get rid of it, it just multiplies. So, instead of just frogging it, because it had, I want to see if I have it in here. One of the yarns, it wasn't exactly fuzzy. Oh, there it is. One second. Again, I shopped at AC Moore a lot. Stitch Studio by Nicole, Sunrise. It has a halo on it. I don't know if you can see it or if it's showing up here, but there's definitely a halo on this one. And there's so much fiber floating around. I don't know if it's going to show up, but this was a pretty big skein, 551 yards. So I was trying to use that up in the blanket. It's nice and squishy with some red heart, and this is turquoise, and I think this is the same. This is a full skein. This is one I was using. It's pretty mangled. And then I had some Burnett Super Value in similar color. I had some more turquoise. I had, oh, this is one of my favorite, colors. This is, oh geez, what is it? Peacock or something like that. I love this teal color. So there was some of that. I think that's all I had left. Oh, nope, I lied. I had a whole one. Real teal, that's what it is. Real teal. Love that. So instead of just frogging, and one of the reasons I decided to do something straight from this instead of frogging, because it's 3-stranded, and God almighty, unless you're balling back up the 3 strands, trying to separate 3 strands, it's just a complete nightmare. The tangles, and I love a tangle challenge, but this was just, I was not in the mood. So all this to say, oh, I also included, no, I didn't include. I started with, I had some Karen Simply Soft, looks like I used in here. This was from my nephew's blanket that I've repurposed. The first blanket I started for him that I repurposed over and over, and I'm using an 8mm, one of my hook binders. And when that ran out, I went into this. So I may have started this one first, and then I added this onto it. So I am doing this corner. It's got to be like a good 2 years I started this, straight from the mermaid tail. And this, what's becoming a tangled mess over here. So that's what's in here. I think I'm going to put that back in here and dump this all back in here. Oh, and there's also, I don't know why, but this random Lash Lux by Premier Yarns. I don't know why that's in here. I must have made something and, you know, put it aside and it dropped in here. So that's what's in this bin, along with all the other bags are sitting in here. So I will be frogging. I will be working on that, and obviously I will have, well, I'm hoping not to have any extra and use up all the balls sometime or other. So that is, oh, these are bags I'm working on. I'll give you a sneak. This is one pouch I'm trying to sew, but I'm trying to work on making bags, but adult work is getting in the way. So it took me so long just to make one pouch after I was de-stressing last night. So there's that. I have 3 other pouches of this cut, and I have 3 big size zipper bags cut that I have yet to work on. So what I might do, let me show you one of the bags. This is one of the scrap bags that I have. I think I have maybe 5 of them or so, if I can count. I don't remember. I may end up just listing those shortly, maybe early next week, because I think work's going to be work for a little bit longer, and I may not get as much time to sew. Maybe 1 or 2 bags a week if I'm lucky. So I will stop saying so and go, and stay tuned for the next installment of Journey to Wiplandia, or into Wiplandia, whatever I titled it. I know I have a couple of oh yeah, well, I've got all the ones hanging on my cart here, so I will talk to you guys later. As far as a regular video, goodness only knows. If I decide to just blow it all off this weekend and not work on the weekend, I may try to do a video, and we'll see. I'm having a woe is me moment because I want to sew. I want to play with yarn. I do at night, and those wind spinners that, yeah, the wind spinners. Who knew? Never knew it was a thing, and it just popped up, and I don't know who first made it. And then I saw it, and then I saw one, didn't give it much thought, and then Lisa, of Lisa Crochet, she posted a video, and I had just literally finished one maybe the night before. When I saw her video the next day, I'm like, oh, and then all of a sudden it's just taken off. So who knows? I actually just made one today. If you follow me on Instagram, I just posted it. That was during my lunch hour because that's the only time I get to crochet now. Okay, before I start sounding moany, I'm gonna go. Bye guys. This took way longer than it should have.